When trying to make important decisions, the most practical advice I could give anyone would be to learn how to counsel. And that is what this video is all about. At first, I wondered if such a topic was too secular for a specifically Christian channel like this one. But the more I thought about it, the more obvious it became that wise counsel is fundamental to all that Jesus taught. In the Sermon on the Mount, Jesus said, "Blessed are those who hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled." Righteousness might include things like sexual morality or showing love, but it is much broader than that. If you hunger and thirst for truth, then you are going to be right more often than you are going to be wrong. Righteousness, see? With every decision that you make, there will usually be many different options. But you want to make the one that is best suited for your needs and for the needs of others with whom you are working. Isn't that right? So how do you find that one best answer over all the lesser ones? You do it by hungering and thirsting for the best answer, rightness. That sounds obvious, and yet when making decisions, an awful lot of people, probably most people, are more interested in proving that they personally know the best answer from the start, from which we get the word self-righteousness. Most people are full of their own ego, with a stubborn opinion about what should or should not be done in most situations. Any attempt by someone else to point out problems with what they are presently doing will be met with resistance, thus closing the gate on any better solution than the one they started out with. You see, counsel, true counsel, means looking for improvements, even if they come in a suggestion that also has weaknesses. We need to be open to change, and yet most of us have difficulty with change. Pride makes us ignore weaknesses in our own position, and it makes us exaggerate weaknesses in contributions from others on the subject. When a discussion starts to get tense, you can be pretty sure that it is because at least one of you is not willing to make room for change. When you understand this fundamental barrier to improvement, you will start seeing it at work in all sorts of decision-making situations. Two or more people are in a tug of war when they should be counseling. I have often said that a discussion becomes an argument when someone stops listening. And sadly, we live in a world where good listeners are a rarity. There is a proverb that says, "In the multitude of counselors there is safety." You see, good counseling not only arrives at a better solution, but even if it fails, you have the consolation that others will share the blame with you. When you railroad through your own opinion, then you become the obvious scapegoat if something, anything, goes wrong as a result of that decision. Like I said at the start, this is a lesson that can work in just about any secular setting. Wise leaders always have good counselors, and they listen to them. Wise leaders can often give the impression that they know much more than they do, just by taking the time to be briefed by experts in whatever topic they are going to have to address. Imagine a leader who thinks they are the smartest person in the world. A leader who attacks and ridicules anyone who disagrees with him. If you can find such a leader in the world today, you can be sure that he is making unwise decisions day in and day out. But we need to do more than just recognizing this arrogant attitude in others, and start recognizing at least hints of it in ourselves. Let's work on listening to one another and putting together whatever bits of wisdom each person at the table possesses. If we can make this a daily habit, we will rarely make a bad decision, and we will rarely end up with egg on our face, as the saying goes. God bless you, and thank you for listening.